is going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto C with another day in the life and the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you. I'm so excited for you. So excited for you. Can you believe the SEC is looking out for you and I, the average Joe or Jane, the retail investor? I mean, just look at what happened with Celsius. I mean, they're looking out. The SEC is just looking out. Can you imagine that? How blessed are we? How blessed are we? Wow. So listen, guys, the market is doing what the market does. Recovered a little bit. We'll see what that's going to look like. If anyone knows how to move CRO from the crypto.com app, Chronos token, from the crypto.com app to MetaMask or to Coinbase Pro, please let me know, because it ain't working on my end. I've been trying for a day and a half, actually 2 days now, and it ain't working. It's not showing up. At least it's not showing up on Coinbase Pro. I had it show up on the MetaMask once, and I don't remember what I did. But in any case, if you know, please let me know in the freaking chat or hit me up on Twitter. Just DM me on Twitter. Please let me know. Crazy stuff going on. Did I hear that Jay Clayton and William Hinman have been sued? There's a lawsuit against William Hinman and Jay Clayton. That is funny. Wow, we'll get into that a little bit as well. For sure, Robert Kiyosaki on Stansberry Research has some very, very interesting stuff to say about the infiltration into democracy in the United States. Yeah. By non-democratic, right? And it's not people, it is people, but it's the fact that these people come into our country with a non-democratic agenda. Yeah, not great. And it does kind of remind me a little bit of the whole thing that happened. I remember hearing things of China kind of infiltrating the country with real estate and different things like that. But when you see this stuff from Stefan Huber and this is not from TIG, but this is from someone else here, RippleXRP theorist, and you just kind of look into what what happened with AntPay and Alibaba, whatever, and then you hear all these these kind of rumors about what's going on in the current administration. Like, it feels like people are being bought out. It feels like one particular nation has tons of money to spend and are putting people in place and buying their way into this country. That's what it feels like. It really, really, really does. Yeah, it really, really does. In any case, guys, this is your XRP Ripple daily news in the round 0 to 10 minutes. So let's do it. Cryptocurrency market cap total is 2.01 trillion. That's up 2.5% in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance, again, 39%. Not great. Bitcoin is at 41,326 bucks. Cool. It'll be either that or 38,000 in the next couple of days. Or the next week. Ethereum is over $3,100. That is awesome. Binance coins are $420. XRP is at 72 cents. It's still down 11%, 11.7% on the 7-day. Still, we got a lot of double-figure reds, guys. A lot of double-figure reds. Shiba Inu went up a bit because of that Robinhood listing. Not a bit. I mean, it went up a bunch, right? Like, a lot of people don't know that Shiba Swap is a real thing, and that you can swap in and out of digital assets just like you can on PancakeSwap, or just like you can on Uniswap. or just like you can on, what's the other popular one? Let's see, there's Uniswap, there's Pancake Swap. Pancake is binary smart chain. What's the Ethereum one? Because I'm losing, what is it? Oh my goodness, I can't think of it right now. Let me know in the chat. The main Ethereum swap. Oh my God, what is it? I cannot believe I can't remember it right now. But in any case, just like that, Shiba Swap has the same thing. Yeah. Bunch of TVL over there on Shiba Swap. Like, I mean, you can say the whole meme thing, then you must say the mean thing about Pancake Swap. You must say that Pancake Swap in the TVL and the Cake token and the millionaires that have come from the Cake token. Now I'm going to have to go to DeFi Llama because I cannot believe I can't remember the Ethereum, the main Ethereum Uniswap. No, it's not Uni, it's the other one. Let's see. Why can't I remember that? Is that not crazy? But trust my good old freaking DeFi Llama, let me know. Let me go over here real quick. Like, why can't I remember what Sushi Swap? There it is, Sushi Swap. Internet is failing a little bit. Sushi Swap. Yeah. Just like that, just like Sushi Swap. Like if I went to Shiba Swap and connected, if I went to Shiba Swap and connected, I have to be on Ethereum. I'm not on Ethereum right now. I think I'm on the Chronos because of the madness, But yeah, it's just like, no different. Let me see here. What does this ecosystem say here? A project liquidity lock to Uniswap, India's okay, Vitalik, Uniburn. No, that's not it. Where's the ecosystem? No, that's not what I want. I want to see other different tokens and stuff there, but I can't do it because I don't want to connect my MetaMask right now. But I'm just saying. Yeah. Like a lot of people just think it's something. It's not Doge. It is a different thing than Doge. It is. It's a different thing than Dogecoin. So anyway, XRP 72 cents. I have been staking SHIB and getting rewards and swapping the rewards for stable coins and using the stable coins to buy other crypto. Yeah, just in case you didn't know, there's the Chronos tokens at 42 cents, down 10.5% on the 7 days. So the market, guys, look, still down. Still a lot of double figure reds still going on, which means that we still got a lot of, churning to do, as Bitcoin, as blockchain backer would say for Bitcoin. It's still doing that, man. 8 coins up 10%. That's cool. The money grabs in this space are amazing. Look at this Pancake Swap. The Cake token's at $8.25. Yeah, because it still spends well. Like when you go to spend it, it still spends. Like you transfer the stables, still spends. You take those stables and you want to turn it into USD, it still spends. Sure it does. So you can call it meme coins if you want. All right, so what else we got here? This market, a lot of double figure reds, man. Zcash is down. Yeah, just a lot of double figure reds, man. A lot of double figure reds. The market, it's just doing, guys, look, it's just doing what the market does. USD, no, that don't count. That's a stable. Yeah, so the top 100, 99% of them in the freaking red. Why? Because the market is doing what the market does. So when you see something like this, check this out. The Division of Corporate Finance underbilled him and approved Cannon's IPO in fall of 2019, a Chinese company that sells Ethereum and Bitcoin mining hardware. Immediately after, a few months later, the first investigations were launched against the company. Him and approve that. Firm, what does it say here? By private firms for fraud and violations of securities law. However, the SEC itself did not take any action. Cannon is a client of Simpson Thacher. Cannon is a client of Simpson Thacher. Did Bill Hinman and the SEC one more turn a blind eye and not look that closely? It's just a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. So that would fit pretty well with Hinman's repeat meeting with Simpson back in the fall of 2019. Yeah. They put him, looks like they're gonna have to have William Hinman join hashtag Gary Gensler's not your friend, in that they put him where they need him. I mean, they put Clayton there. Clayton hired him, right? And brought him aboard. Ooh, that's not great. That's not great. So let's think about that. Was that John Deaton in this? I didn't think that was John Deaton, but that might be John Deaton. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. But that's pretty funny. All right. So, and I'm just kind of prepping you guys for the really big stuff here. Looking at Hinman's association with Ant Group, shout out to the XRP theorist. Looking at Wing Hinman's association with Ant Group, Vitalik's association with Wang Zhang, both CCP approved. Both CCP approved and regulated entities, and one can conclude that the Ethereum free pass was to slow down the US so that China could get the jump ahead. I just want you to listen to something here just real quick. This is our Robert Kiyosaki. We all know him. Danielle asked an interesting question, and I'm gonna try not to go back too far, but just let him answer it. Because he's beginning to, interesting stuff with his age, I think.
We have communists, as a Marine, we would say, inside the wire. They're inside our government. They're inside our school systems. They're inside Hollywood, and they're inside Silicon Valley.
That's not great. That's not great. Take it for what you will, but that's not great. Yeah, again, the news, but just, just to let you know, I listened to Simon Dixon this morning and talking about kind of the stages for innovation, and Celsius Network is going through that, and they're going to have to come to a point where they're going to decide what they're going to do in order to continue to do things for U.S. investors. And that is either going to be, are they going to get into DeFi in a certain kind of way or not? We all know about Celsius X, and so they are in DeFi, and they're doing it in a big way. Lots of stuff going on with Polygon. Lots of stuff going on with Polygon. And the issue and the challenge right now is not the issue or challenge. Look, they have been meeting with the United States regulators. Again, I have not heard a peep or sentence, a headline about any fine. And I find that to be fascinating. Was that an agreement? Was that hush hush? Like, I haven't heard it. If anyone has heard about a fine, and I'm ambassador for the Celsius Network, I have not heard about any fine. How does Celsius Network meet, on a regular basis? And we all know what meeting with the SEC is about. That's not a friendly deal. And if there is no fine, it's probably because Celsius from the beginning treated their platform and their native token cell as if it was a security, and it's as if they were issuing securities on that platform. From day one, they did that. And so perhaps maybe that's the reason for, the whole no fine thing. As far as I know, there is no fine, right? But we're listening to Simon Dixon from Retirement Plan B. Just understand that these companies that look to evolve and grow in this space, they're going to go through these different things. And he laid out like 6 phases of innovation for these companies like fintechs or whatever. He's experienced it. He's been buying Bitcoin since 2011. Okay, and he was an investment banker and a trader and investment banker prior to that, big time in England, right? So he knows what he's talking about. He has major equity in the likes of Uphold and Celsius and Coinbase. He's a major equity holder in Coinbase, right? So he really, really knows what he's talking about. And he's trying to offer that same kind of thing for you and I. And he's going through the same hoops, if you will, or steps, if you will, or phases, if you will, that Celsius Network is doing as well. So, and again, it's not about Alex Mashinsky. I think most of us know this is not about Alex Mashinsky. This is about the SEC. Bottom line, this is about the SEC under the mask and the guise of protecting American investors to keep the rich, or keep the rich richer, or make the rich richer. That's what it's about. It's not about a protection. Why do I need you to protect me from earning 8, 9, 10% on my money in stable coins? Why do I need you to protect me from that? And just think about this. This is a United States company from day one. Day one. Why are they restricting American investors unless they are accredited? Just think about this. United States company, United States company, from day one, they didn't take a different kind of path and say, we're going to operate this business the way we want because we don't believe we're issuing securities. And if the SEC comes after us, we'll deal with them then. They didn't do that. From day one, sell token, day one, treating the platform as they were issuing securities. How much compliant of a company can you be? Why kick out the non-accredited investor? It's because this platforms like Celsius allow the average Joe or Jane, the truck driver, the landscape business owner, the freaking I don't know, the high school teacher, allows them to earn something other than 0.01%, which is code for it allows them to walk away from the banking system that's owned by JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, and Citi. It allows them to walk away from them and move to Celsius. You got to get the big picture here. It's not about protecting investors. It's not. They use that as an excuse. I mean, if it was about investors, when the SEC gets all this money, how come they're keeping 98% of it? An American investor gets harmed for $100. The SEC keeps $95 to $98. Let's say it's not $95, $98. Let's say it's $85 to $88. How did you protect me? I lost 100, and you're giving me $8 or $10. This is about them protecting the banks. Because remember, and never forget, the SEC, although it is a government agency, number one, United States Congress, which has been lobbied by the banks for forever, continued to give these SEC more and more power. The SEC people are privately selected. The bigger law firms in the world, the ones who think they're above reproach, understand this. And so they also, with their money and power, influence the people who get ushered up in front of the POTUS as well. It's really just that simple. To do the bidding of these top 8 to 10 banks, it is That's what it is. And until this lobbying thing is, where it's no longer beneficial for people who are positioned to make a change, it's not going to change. Unless you get more and more people who say they're not going to take that money. Is that going to happen? In any case, attention abandoned Celsius US customers, Celsius Network US customers. You may no longer be able to enjoy the 7% APY they were giving you for long, but you have every right to swap over to UST, the decentralized stablecoin from Terra, and start earning 20% APY on Anchor Protocol instead. It's approximately 20%. It's about to go down to about 18.5%, 18.9%. Okay. DeFi. The question is, how is, what's the plan with hashtag Gary Gensler and his friends who are not our friends? What is the plan? What plan do they have for DeFi? We can talk about USDC and Circle and BlackRock and all of them boys investing in USDC, but that's not for you and I. Jeremy, great guy, smart guy. It ain't for you and I. And what I mean by that is it can be controlled. It can be stopped. It can be cut off. We can be cut off at any point, at any moment. Bottom line, at any time, at any point, at any moment. Decentralized stablecoins is the way. Decentralized metaverse is the way. Decentralized finance is the way, where you and I can compete on a level playing field, where dude has 10 million can come to a platform. He's not making 14% because he bought 10 million. If 14 cents available with his 10 million, the 14% is available with my 1 million. So you don't get any special deals. And I know this is very painful for Alice because he had been lauding for a long time about the fact that everyone was treated the same on his platform. Everyone was treated the same. Now the platform, after April 15, a lot of the benefits are going to go to the accredited investors versus non-accredited. And that's a shame. However, understand that they do have Celsius X and they still have the DeFi, and you're still able to access DeFi through Celsius X. So I'm not sure how much it is for American investors right now, but that is the case. So anyway, I rambled on and on about that. It's disturbing. It's great to see that people are finally waking up to United States SEC. Hashtag Gary Gensler is not your friend. Jack McDonald put this out, and I think this is cool. I am thrilled to announce Polysign's acquisition of MG Stover, accounting and administration firm providing customized solutions to hedge funds. Customized solutions to hedge funds, private equity, venture capital, family offices, and cryptocurrency funds. Interesting. So Polysign acquired that in our Series C round. We will continue to build upon the great work accomplished by MG Stover, furthering our commitment to providing best-in-class services and solutions for our clients. Polysign, nice. There it is right there. Today, Polysign announced the acquisition of MG Stover, creating the world's largest vertically integrated full-service digital asset firm, the world's largest asset fund administrator, and our Series C round of funding led by Cowen Inc., Soros Fund Management, as in George Soros, Brevin Howard, and GSR _IO. GSR _IO. 9 years of deep crypto market expertise and a track record of making profound progress on behalf of our clients. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. So shout out to Polysign, Jack McDonald, those boys doing some stuff there. Now, Christian Carl said, this is historic. First pilot of any kind of USA CBDC and first major CBDC pilot in the world, initiated, he said, initiated entirely by the private sector. Initiated entirely. What's the DTCC? So I don't know. I don't know what initiated means. Anyway, what's the DTCC? Is that private? Maybe it is. But in any case, they got that project kind of going and they are kind of happy about it. Project Lithium, we've all heard of, I went over this the other day. I find it fascinating. Who was on here with so Christian Carl was on here with Liz Clayman and Charles Gasparino. Some interesting stuff here. Take a listen to this here.
Digital gold emerging in the form of perhaps Bitcoin that might be a check on government efforts to maybe inflate their way to prosperity, which never works, in the form of digital money. But Charlie, the point is that every major central bank in the world today, everyone is working on some form of digital currency. And as we go into a digital asset future, I think it's somewhat naive to think that our own government won't be involved. What's important is that the private sector be out in front and start laying down some markers as to what a free society expects if government does go down that road to create central bank digital currency.
Although I want to correct you about one thing. Maybe it's not just Bitcoin. It might be XRP or Ethereum. Particularly, we're going to get a lot of calls from the XRP people. Liz, take it away.
Well, Chris, I want to bring up stablecoins because as we're talking about regulation and the government, you have Senator Pat Toomey of Pennsylvania coming out and putting forth this idea of payment stablecoin. It's sort of a new definition that it's got to be redeemable for fiat currency, and it's got to be limited to assets that are cash or cash equivalents, level one, high quality assets. Where do stablecoins fit into this? Because if the government is going to start regulating these things, word is they're going to go to stablecoins first.
Well, yeah, I'm so glad you actually mentioned Senator Toomey's leadership on this, because he has brought such a thoughtfulness to this in Congress. It's really refreshing to see that kind of thoughtfulness. In my own book, and thank you for mentioning it, in my book, Crypto Down, the Fight for the Future of Money, I talk about perhaps a future that might be the most ideal one, at least from a point of view of a free society, and that is where you've got both stable coins and central bank digital currency working together to give citizens the most choice of what.
Yeah, we'll see. Sorry about that. My internet's bad, so I'm not going to keep playing that. Stable coins and CBDCs working alongside each other. That would be ideal. CBDC for wholesale, stable coins, of course, for the retail. That would be absolutely amazing. Bond RippleXRP share. Just I hope you're well, my friend. Thanks for sharing. As always, BlackRock and Fidelity, Marshall Wace, and Penn Capital are investing in crypto firm Circle. In addition, BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, has entered into a broader strategic partnership with the crypto firm. If there's something to pay attention to, it's BlackRock. And if BlackRock is entered a strategic partnership with a crypto firm, if there's anybody who's in the know of what's going on and what's most likely going to happen, trust me when I tell you, it's BlackRock. It's BlackRock. So shout out to Circle. I hope that they're able to continue to do great things. Massive Shiba Inu accumulation as Ethereum whale buys over 775 billion SHIB tokens in a single transaction worth $20 million. $20 million in the SHIB token. Worth noting that the development came hours after the value of Shiba Inu surged above 30%, following the listing of the coin on Robinhood. Listing on Robinhood for Shiba Inu, it got listed alongside Compound. It was like 4 tokens. I know Compound, I believe it was Compound and Matic. Being listed on Robinhood is going to be a big deal for the SHIB community. I hope they do really, really well. So I'm going to end the stream with this here. Jeremy Hogan put this out. Attorney Fred Rispoli has filed a lawsuit against Jay Clayton and William Hinman. He says, I can't wait to read it. On April 11th for 2022, says Fred. Fred is a litigator fighting against corrupt businesses, organizations, and individuals. On April 11, 2022, a class action lawsuit was filed against, I don't know what MSSRS is, but anyway, Clayton and Hinman for tortious. It's probably it's a legal term. Tortious interference in all XRP Ledger network users. Valid business expectancy in the XRP Ledger network. The lead plaintiff and my client, Shannon O'Leary, decided to take a stand. A stand against what those two did to intentionally harm hundreds of thousands of people, not just in the United States, but around the world. I am serving as Shannon's lawyer in my own personal capacity and with no affiliation but my own. Why does it say 20? Oh, man, I guess I got to go to the beginning of this. This is a long deal here. XRP Army, I promise you're going to want to read this until the end. Those within the ranks are intimately aware of the corruption within a government entity that used to be founded on principles of justice and protection of individual rights. We also know only now that so many insiders knew the corruption, the graft, and the scheming that has created an all-out assault on American and global innovation in digital assets and blockchain technology. This innovation improves and saves lives, frees people from debt, slavery, and allows others to send real value to those in dire need in poorer, less fortunate, and unfairly neglected parts of the world, says Fred. Alas, like nearly everything in life, innovation that can save so many at such a large scale and at such reduced cost from the legacy system, well, that threatens long entrenched, powerful interests. And those interests maintain their grip by persuading others to bend to their will. We now know only some of the seedy underbelly of what happened behind closed doors in secret with Mr. Clayton and Mr. Hinman regarding their conspiracy to destroy the XRP Ledger network. These two knew each and every XRP network user had a substantial interest in the growth and development of the XRPL network. These two knew, while collecting taxpayer-funded government salaries, that the XRP Ledger network was a massive threat to the financial interests of their former clients and previous employers. Though many have rightly called for an investigation into this conduct, no investigation is coming. No congressional subpoenas are on the horizon. And besides a handful of lone voices, no other crypto communities are coming to stand by as allies in support of a just cause. In truth, the XRP Army always knew this. It always was and likely always will be for the XRP Army to shoulder the burden alone, carrying on its back the communities who are too blind to see they are only in the second row of the firing squad. Someone just said that. Who was it? Oh, I was listening to the GOAT. I was listening to the GOAT in the digital asset space, and that would be the modern investor. I was listening to the GOAT earlier this morning, and he said to all you people out there, he was talking about the SEC Ripple case, SEC versus Ripple case, just this morning. And he was talking about, obviously, the win. And he was talking about the fact that Judge Nutburn called out the SEC for trying to have things both ways. And he went on to say that all you guys in these other ecosystems, you're in love with your favorite coins, the Cardanos, the Solanas, the Ethereums, you just name it. He said, you better make sure you understand this. If Ripple loses that case, they are coming after your precious coin, and your precious coin is going to be worthless. I'm paraphrasing. I believe he said cease to no longer exist or something like that. Will no longer exist. And we in the XRP community have been saying this from day one. And so has Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Lawson. This SEC versus Ripple is about the entire crypto space. And it's shameful that other communities have not come out to support what Ripple is doing, because they think it's not going to affect them. And the GOAT himself said, you gotta wake up. If Ripple loses his case, they're coming after yours, and they're going to destroy it. Because there isn't really a better positioned company to fight this than Ripple. There's a lot of great ones out there. Just understand that. So, but this thread is all about hope. Oh, did I forget what? Carrying on these committees are too blind. They're on the second row of the firing squad. Exactly right. But this thread is all about hope. Many of you still have no idea how important, how powerful you truly are. All it takes is one, which becomes two, then four, then eventually victory. On April 11th, a class action lawsuit was filed against the MSSRS, Clayton and him for tortious interference in all XRP Ledger Network users, valid business expectancy in the XRP Ledger Network. The lead plaintiff and my client, Shannon Leary, decided to take a stand. I stand against what those two did to intentionally harm hundreds of thousands of people, not just the United States, but around the world. I'm serving as Shannon's lawyer in my own personal capacity with no affiliation but my own. This is a case I believe. This is a case I believe in. It is a case that is fundamentally about justice, fairness, and the rule of law. Mr. Clayton and Mr. Hinman drew their actions described in the complaint, linked in the final tweet, and operating outside of the SEC, took unreasonable and improper action to help their former and now current clients target a rival competitor blockchain network in order to destroy it. It didn't have to be like this. The XRP Ledger Network, like all blockchain networks, should have been given a level playing field. The XRP Army didn't ask for this fight and didn't start this fight, but it will win this fight. And here is where the most important question comes into play. What will you do? Will you stand with Shannon? Yeah. Well, I guess this is what the lawsuit is. I'll support you with everything I can do. Nice. Yeah. So another lawsuit, and I'm guessing it's coming from a different direction. I guess it's coming from a different direction. Let's see if we can take a look at this real quick. This internet here is Brad. We are out of town we're out of town, and for a bit, because we like to, you know how we like to get on the road here. Shannon O'Leary. I don't want to do all that. I just want to check this out. Come on. There it is. There it is. Shannon O'Leary. Fred Rispoli is representing. This action stems from the unprecedented actions of two rogue United States Securities and Exchange Commission employees. Is this true? Defender Homer and Willie acting completely outside this course and scope of the employment at the SEC. Homer and Willie aided. Where are we getting Homer and Willie from? I don't know. Referred to as Homer J. Clayton or Homer and William Hinman. That's interesting. Interesting. Defendants Homer and Willie acting completely outside the course and scope of their employment at the SEC. Homer and Willie aided and abetted each other in a conspiracy to tortiously interfere with Clayton's ballot business expectancy in the XRP ledger, hereafter referred to as the XRPL network, by manipulating the SEC into investigating and later filing a federal lawsuit against. And all similarly situated XRP Ledger network users, while simultaneously manipulating the SEC into not investigating the Ethereum network. The later being a network substantially similar to the XRP Ledger network, but with the primary difference being that Homer and Willie past and now current clients had a multi-billion-dollar stake in the Ethereum network. Homer and Willie were also hired directly as employees by companies with billion-dollar Ethereum network investments after each left the SEC, and were also the same companies. And were also the same companies. Homer and Willie acted to benefit while at the SEC. Homer and Willie improperly interfered with plaintiffs' ballot business expectancy in the XRPL Ledger network by engaging in unlawful, unethical, and prohibited action with their former and now current clients, while concurrently working as SEC officials in an effort to critically impair the XRP Ledger network for the benefits of their former and now current clients. Homer and Willie targeted network users, XRP Ledger network users, because the XRP Ledger network was a direct competitor to the former and now current clients. Wow, interesting stuff. It's going to be very, very interesting. I'm not going to read any more because Jeremy Hogan said he wanted to go over this. So let's see if he'll come out with the video. I've gone long enough. It's been a while here. I'm a short video, but I did want to cover that. So William Hinman and Jay Clayton have been sued. There's a lawsuit against them. Interesting stuff. It'll be interesting to hear from Jeremy Hogan's take on this, and also John Deaton. We all know what John Deaton is doing as well. So it will be interesting to see. Interesting to see. The timing of this, very interesting as well. All right, guys, listen, I am going to end this video like I do all my videos and remind you guys of this, that old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I and Fred Rispoli are already winning. Have a great rest of the day, guys. I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.